Welcome back to the show. This is why Tiffany is so talented. The show that I do to show you exactly what I'm doing when I'm not making your shea butter soaps, your hot cocoa bombs, cooking for Tiff's taste. And this show is about the dress. And this is the new dress. It is gorgeous. Where is the drawing? Gosh dang it. Because I want to show you what I'm about to do to it. Where is it at? Oh my gosh. How did it just magically disappear? All right, so I found the drawing, and this is where we're going. I hope I get to make some earrings. I know I get to make a really cool back piece right here, but I like the bracelets. I hope I get to make some of those. But the dress, honey, the dress is gorgeous. But this side here, my job is to minimize the white on this side. So that would be this right bust here. It looks left to you, but on the lady, this is the right. Excuse me. So I'm in the fabric room, and I pulled some raspberry velvet, of course, and I'm gonna try to cut these kind of alligator scale kind of triangular shape to overlay on top of each other and hopefully create something gorgeous. So So I've got my handy dandy rotary blade, my cutting mat, and this beautiful lush Italian ruby velvet, and I'm just cutting triangles in various sizes so I can create the perfect applique to do the coverage of the white side. All right, so I cut them in just an easy triangular shape. It's about, what is that? 2 inches by 2 inches, a little more than that. But what I'm gonna do is try to fish scale them all the way down, and then I'm gonna frame them. So let's play with the placement a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to do. I wanna do it in sort of a fish scale kind of pattern, but I also want to kind of overlay them on top of each other. I have tons of applique at my disposal, so I'm thinking about adding some lace. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest, but we're gonna figure it out together. That you just saw right there was me going to go find some more pins because I was running out of pins. Make sure that you always have enough pins when you're in the playground kind of phase right now, so you can complete your thought. Okay, so I went hunting for some lace, and I found this pocket looking lace. This is gorgeous. So let me see if I can use it to cover up. I'm gonna take these off and play with them. We're gonna see what they look like. Okay, so this is what I came up with. Just a complete overlay because the idea is to minimize the white on this side. And I like it, but I don't know if they will like it. So let me go ask. We can do a really thick, chunky frame here. I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so I tried to do maybe like a mix of both, and my lace got vetoed. They said that she's a really edgy kind of girl, and this lace might be a little too traditional looking for her. So no lace, but continue the pattern with different sizes of triangles to fill up this section. So that's where we're going. So I am determined to make some of these lace pieces work. So I went through and cut off some of the little pieces that I like, that I'm planning to insert into the dress somewhere. But for now, I got those done. Push that to the side. I'm gonna cut some irregular triangles. All right, so I got all of my oblong triangles, my pieces of lace, my blank dress, and some extra fabric. Let me go put this stuff on my desk, and then we can go pick out some more stone. All right, so I'm going back into the other fabric room / stone room, and I'm going to pull some of these crystal, maybe some AB triangles, because we're using triangles. Might as well keep it edgy. Oh wow, we only got 2 boxes and only in one size. Oh no, I don't want to use any other squares, so I'm gonna have to make these 2 triangle boxes stretch. Do we have any crystal triangles? Crystal triangles. I see crystal pairs. Let me look in here. Yeah. Crystal baguettes. Crystal nuggets. No crystal triangle. Alright, so here are the specialties for this dress. I pulled some rose shimmer. I pulled some crystal wings. And I'm pulling some AB triangles. These are big too, so hopefully it takes up a lot of space. All right, let's go play with the placement of these triangles and get that side nice and covered up. Oh no, don't fall. Okay, so I decided to add a little bit of silver in, and it looks a little too busy for me, so I started again here at the bottom, and I'm just kind of opening it up. And I like it like that, so I'm just gonna break this up into more space. But I like it. This is where we're going. So I've got my placement all the way done. I got the bust all nice and broke apart. I even added some metallic silver triangles in there just to create more of a dimensional kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Texture along the dress. And I bring it all the way up and down. I don't know if you remember the drawing, but it had those silver spikes down the middle of all of the fuchsia. And all I need to do right now is get everything nice and glued down. For the most part, it's gonna take forever. Finally, I am done gluing all of these triangles down, and it looks gorgeous. So I ended up adding some silver, of course. As you can see, I did a smaller version of this triangular coverage as a frame on this side, and then just kind of lightly faded it into this line here. So for the back, I made it a little thin and then thickened all the way up for coverage on this side, and you can't even tell that it's not fully covered because the white pieces that are the actual fabric kind of look like the triangle shapes. I love it. I love the way this is coming out. I like these little spikes at the bottom. I think it's gonna be gorgeous. So the first thing I'm gonna do now is frame all of these little silver pieces. So we're gonna do that first. Or maybe I'll do my square fuchsia frame first, and then we'll get into the framing of these silver pieces. I wrote on the schedule that I was going to do the silver pieces first, but I think I'll do the fuchsia frame. Then we'll move into the silver pieces. Yeah. So cute, right? Right, I think it looks good. The double frame all the way around the armpit. You know, I didn't want to do it around the armpit, but I feel like this specialty is small. It's not like I'm using big, gigantic pairs. So it doubles up here, and then comes all the way around the front and down and around the armpit. So I think this is all I'm gonna do today, because as you can see, I was here when the sun came up, and now I'm here when the sun goes down. And I want to go to sleep. So I'm gonna call it a night, and I will see you in the morning to work on the silver. Good morning, and welcome back to the show. This is Why is Tiffany So Talented, the show that I do to show you exactly what I'm doing when I'm not making your shea butter soaps, your hot cocoa bombs, cooking for Tiff's taste, exploring this beautiful state of Arizona with my mom, on adventures with Tiffany and Pam. Oh, got a little bit of congestion, but I'm all right. But this show is about the dress, and it's so pretty. I am a good 50% of the way done. Look, not really. Maybe more like 45. I just got all of the beautiful velvet pieces glued down, and I just began this beautiful frame here. You know what? Let me let you get into it because it's gorgeous. The frame is done, and the first part of the applique is done as well. So I also framed all of the silver and these beautiful size 16 cabochons, and then double framed it to make it look even more dramatic. And I love the way it looks. It stands out so beautifully. So now I think I'm gonna go into framing the velvet. I even added those extra small pieces just to make it look like it's breaking off into the white side. So it just gives it tons of texture, and I love it. On to the velvet. If you watch my videos, you know I like to do the fun stuff first, so I ended up just doing all the spikes. Might as well get all the silver out of the way anyway, so I can just set those bins to the side and completely give my focus to the velvet and this ruby color stone. So I got the silver spikes out of the way, and I think they look gorgeous. I really should do the straps next just because that's a small portion, and get those out of the way too, but we're gonna head right into this velvet, and it's gonna be so pretty. I think I'm just gonna do a regular frame, not a double frame like I did the silver ones. I don't think there's enough space for the double frame, so we're just gonna do a regular frame, maybe two different colors, maybe scarlet and ruby. Let's see. Oh, this camera angle. Can you even see it? I mean, I know you can see the sparkle, but for the most part, I can't even see the velvet being stoned. It just looks like a sparkle. I guess because that's a perfect stone match, which is the ideal situation. You always want to kind of match the stone to whatever piece of fabric, applique, or fabric on the dress that you're working on. But in this case right now, I want to be able to show you so you can see the difference in the two stones I'm going to use, and you really can't tell unless I really just zoom in, and I did not zoom in, but it's gorgeous. Oh my God, I feel like it took forever, but it is almost done for the most part. I got all of the triangles nice and framed in the ruby color and in the fuchsia color. I have the flash on, so I'm sure you can tell the difference in the two different pinks. There's fuchsia, there's ruby, and it is gorgeous. So the next step is to start my ombre all the way into the white. Right, so I finished the ruby frame, and as you see, I have some fuchsia 30s in there. I'm just starting my fuchsia part of the ombre into this white side of the dress, and it looks good. It looks good. So I got all of the fuchsia 16s and 20s in. And that is what it's looking like. I like it. I like it a lot. Filled in all of the white in that space. So now I'm gonna go in with some ABs centered in the middle with the size 40s and sprinkling out into the smaller stones. Yep, I like it though. And then the last thing I have to do is just sprinkle out of these little spikes. And this dress will be done. Alright, so I got the AB done in the center. And now the only thing is left is to sprinkle out of the spikes.